According to the Polaris Project, 75% of human trafficking survivors report having come into contact with hotels during their experience. Unfortunately, according to that same study, 94% of those victims say hotel staff did not show concern nor offer any assistance. So I think it's pretty safe to say that traffickers have learned to take advantage of the hospitality industry to help facilitate their business. But thanks to the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act, more hotels and motels have been held accountable for financially benefiting from human trafficking, even if the hotel didn't have a direct involvement. This complacency, whether due to poor training or negligence, has cost each of these businesses greatly. Hi everyone, I'm Maria from eTactics, and today I'm going to talk to you about real human trafficking lawsuits in the hospitality industry. Before we get started, make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel by clicking that button below. Also, hit that alert bell icon so that when we post new helpful content, you get notified. So, how does the Trafficking Victims Protection Reauthorization Act play into all of this? The Act allows civil lawsuits to be held against anyone who knew or that should have known that human trafficking occurred and financially benefited from it. Because of this act, victims of human trafficking and their families can now build cases against hotels for providing a space for the exploitation. In 2015, the first ever case was filed against a hotel for their role in a human trafficking crime. In the summer of 2011, the victim went to visit a man she knew at Shangri-La Motel in Seekonk, Massachusetts. The man told her that he had just had surgery, was in a lot of pain, and was in need of her help. When the victim got to the hotel, the man's demeanor completely changed, and the interaction between them quickly became violent. She was held against her will for days while enduring sexual and physical abuse. The man also told the victim that she would have sex with other men to make him money. It was at least twice while she was held captive that the victim claims hotel staff saw her in distress but did not intervene. Luckily, she was able to escape the man, and under the Trafficking Victims Protection Act, she held the motel accountable. The case was finally settled in December of 2019 for an undisclosed amount. Another woman who was trafficked while underage between 2014 and 2018 later filed a lawsuit against Economy Inn in Springdale, Arkansas. The victim went through coercion, abuse, and manipulation by her trafficker. She was sold to perform sexual acts towards men for money. In this case, the management of the hotel did know what was happening and would actually notify the trafficker if law enforcement was in the area so he could move her down the street to the Royal Inn until things settled. Staff was also not allowed to go inside of the victim's room for any reason during her stay there. The back and forth between the two hotels took place for about 3 years. It was found in court that the two hotels planned to conceal the trafficking, and the victim's damages were due to the negligence of the hotel. The victim was awarded approximately $25 million for potential loss of life expectancy of 13 years, for pain and suffering, and in punitive damages. Hotel staff have a unique opportunity to identify potential human trafficking victims and report them to local authorities. That is why many major hotel chains have taken the responsibility of training their staff on recognizing human trafficking and how to report it. Proper training can not only help identify victims, but also identify survivors who use hotels as short-term emergency shelters when escaping a trafficking situation. If you'd like to learn more about human trafficking in the hospitality industry, reach out to eTactics. And you've already made it this far into the video, so you might as well like it, share it, and comment below.